Welcome to Hollywood Zone.
Oh my god, this music, it's so good!
I love okay. I
love
love the zone and I love this music, but I love Act 2 even more. Both.
I love both Acts themes. They're both good. Though I mean, I do slightly prefer this version just because I have a hard-on for the piano.
I love Act 2. It's my jam.
Act 2
but seriously, I can easily say my favorite stage in the whole game.
Act 2 sound.
Like, I love the platforming, I love the sense of speed, and again, the music is mwah! It's beautiful.
Act 1 I prefer. Act 2 is too new stationy for me. This isn't Space Channel 5.
What I would like to say that I very much appreciate about this stage is just the references and little things that they put in there, like the reference to Daytona USA, for instance. There's a little animation with like an inkblot 30s cartoon version of Eggman dancing on a screen. It's so great.
So, do you guys want to know something like a big old fun fact about Studiopolis?
There's also a reference to Streets of Rage somewhere.
I think I may know what you're getting at, but go ahead.
So, Christian Whitehead, after he developed, I think it was either before or after he developed Sonic CD for Sega, he actually made Studiopolis in a pitch to Sega for a game called Sonic Discovery, where basically it would be Sonic 4 without being called Sonic 4. All classic gameplay, all new levels. He showed this to Takashi Iizuka, and Iizuka loved it. But Iizuka suggested to bring back old levels and to make an anniversary game based around it.
And to call it Mania, not Discovery.
Mania.
Because as he described, it's by the Mania for the Mania, which you can actually see like in Act 2 of Studiopolis, I believe.
Yeah.
Like in a little hollow screen.
But like seriously, just look at this zone. It's bursting with creativity.
Yes.
Again, that's part of why it's my favorite stage in the game.
I don't know if I have a favorite stage. I know I have a few least favorites. Or one least favorite.
I don't have a least... Well, I don't have a least favorite, I don't have a favorite. I just don't know. There's too many good stages.
Yeah, there's one crappy one. And one bland one.
We'll get to those when we get to those.
Yeah.
And fight to the death.
Yeah.
By the way, this can happen now when you're playing alone. Tails can fly you when you're Sonic.
That could happen in Sonic 3K.
Which makes getting to higher routes to find some of the special things really easy.
No, in regular Sonic 3K as well.
Really?
Yes.
Like, Tails could fly you if you're playing solo? Like that?
Yes. Yes.
It's very hard to pull off, but yes.
Well, I guess they just made it a lot easier to pull off in this game. And for the record, I'm trying to look for a specific special stage ring in like the lower left portion of the level.
Oh well.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. I think you can use it without getting Tails' help, but it's much easier or when using it with him.
No, they're pretty easy to get to if you just follow both of them. If you just follow the regular path.
I didn't know that was a bottomless pit.
To be fair, I discovered that lower path a few days ago and didn't know that either. But yeah, like you can one of them you get one of the special rings you can just see where it is if you take one of the friggin' like cabs that like launch you in the loopy-loos, as I like to call them.
You know, one thing that really the one big icing on the cake for me for this stage specifically, the badniks.
Meh.
Oh, right, yeah.
I love how every single original stage in this game has its own set of original badniks.
It's a small thing, but I just love it, like how the badniks are themed. In this stage specifically, like you got the drop-down mics, and you got the flies with the freaking paparazzi cameras, like that one right there.
The shutter bugs.
And
one
there's also
thing,
if that turns out to be their canon name, I'm done. Because I don't know if I love this game or hate this game for making such a terrible pun.
Well, technically, you made it first.
The thing that I love about this zone's badniks is the version of an Orbinaut. When you pop its little bubbles, it starts getting progressively more sad, and that's just a wonderful attention to detail.
Good. He needs to die. He's annoying.
He is annoying. Every single Sonic game that thing is in is annoying, especially Labyrinth Zone.
Would have been nice if I could have my.
Yeah, it's right here. It's like if you, depending on one of the cabs you take,
Just
you'll
spin
get a glimpse of this special stage ring when it launches you through the loopy-loop to that TV.
Go back. Go to the incline.
Which, fun fact for all you Sonic fans, the buttons on the friggin' in TVs are a reference to the Sega Game Gear.
Oh my.
Yep. Special Stage 5 screwed me over like 3 times in this playthrough.
I'm trying to remember if any of the previous special stages had open ends for you to like fall into the abyss.
It looked like
Minus that instance with the ring capsule in Special Stage 4.
I think
no, Jesse, it looked like Sonic was in a hurry to just end it all right there.
That's what Sonic's gonna do if he finds out that Sonic Forces isn't received very well.
No,
Goodbye,
no. That's what he would do if he figured out Sonic 4 existed. What the heck is Tails doing?
If it existed, he's in it.
Alright. And now we get to one of the hard-boiled heavy bosses.
Yes. This is Mr. Gunner.
Definitely offers some of the more interesting boss fights in the game overall.
I like them. Except for the writer. He's an ass. I mean, she is an asshole.
I rather like the hard-boiled heavies. I like that they all have their own like unique little designs and gimmicks.
Yeah, I love most of the boss fights in this game, and the hard-boiled heavies ones are the highlights for me.
Hard-boiled heavies. Sega tried to do the Koopalings again.
Yes, they did.
They're like egg robos, but with the super soldier serum, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think like the Phantom Ruby had something to do with their transformation. I'm not 100% sure on that.
That's undeniable.
I believe you're 100% right on that.
I mean, they're normal egg robos when we see them, and then after it does its thing, they're suddenly all powered up and whatnot.
They took the robot equivalent of steroids. They got an upgrade.
Ah.
Oh, but the icing on the cake for these boss fights in particular for me, the music.
The hard-boiled heavies theme is it's beautiful.
Are you just gonna kiss every time?
It sounds like something straight out of Sonic CD, but then again, almost all the music in this game sounds like it's from Sonic CD. And that's why I can easily say this is one of my new favorite Sonic soundtracks.
I have a question. Are you gonna kiss every time you talk about music?
Only if I want to reference Gareth.
I absolutely love the usual Act 1 mini-boss theme. I haven't really paid attention to the hard-boiled heavy theme, and maybe I need to, get good and listen to that.
Also,
but just wanted to say.
Also,
are you gonna get the extra life?
Yes, I am. And Tails actually killed some badniks up there for me. Thank you, Tails.
Tails was useful.
Tails is actually very useful in this game, for the most part.
Yes.
But 2 things right off the bat. Number 1, this music. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. And secondly, this is a personal thing. For me, when people say that this soundtrack sounds a lot like Sonic CD, that sounds like an insult to me because I think Sonic CD's soundtrack is the worst classic soundtrack.
Oh, I hate my internet.
Are you talking USA and Japanese, or one in particular?
USA and Japanese. I prefer all the other classic soundtracks to Sonic CD.
Fiend you! That's my favorite Sonic soundtrack ever. How dare you?
I'm sorry, it's so very forgettable.
Well, it sounds like you guys didn't notice I left.
Yeah, what happened to you?
Internet crapped out. Like, it literally disconnected everything.
Oh, Alex, you're back.
Yeah. Thank you. You're the only one that cared. Thank you. What
Get
part are
over
we in?
it, drama queen.
Part 3, 10:05, 10:06.
What time?
I just said 10:10.
10:10, 10:11, 10:12.
That's
7-Eleven.
Crystal Beatrol.
I remember this from the reveal trailer of the game.
Like,
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
That's all the this.
Get bucked.
Failure.
Is there okay? So is that really random luck, or is there a specific way? to do that?
You
I think-
can manipulate it by how fast you're running.
I think it's random.
Because the balls in there do have their own physics.
That's fucking cool.
You know, I went to Universal Studios this summer, and this whole place reminds me of like this late night show with Jimmy Fallon ride. I know that sounds weird, but it's actually a pretty cool ride, and it has like this Hollywood-esque paparazzi vibe to it, and I get the same thing from this.
Yeah, okay, that's cool and all, but it replaced the fucking Jimmy Neutron ride. Fucker.
Oh, it did?
Well, I think it was Minions and then Jimmy Fallon. Was
Well, at
Min-
least the mantle was taken up by another Jimmy, eh?
Wait, what? Was Minions there when you went this summer?
I didn't see it there.
Oh, I guess Jimmy Fallon took it over. Okay, it was Yogi Bear themed, or no, Hanna-Barbera, Hanna-Barbera, right? It was
The hell?
Hanna-Barbera.
What are you talking about? Did I miss something?
Now we're talking about rides at Universal. First, it was Hanna-Barbera themed, where Yogi Bear had to get the kid from the Jetsons from Waluigi from Wicked Races or whatever.
Okay, that took a really radical turn. Are you describing a ride at Universal or your fan fiction?
I'm
it's
not
fan fiction.
kidding. I'm not kidding. That was the first iteration of the ride where Yogi and Boo Boo, they had to
Boo Boo.
rescue the Jetsons kid from
Boo boo.
Dick Dastardly from Wacky Races. And then it was a Jimmy Neutron theme where they went through all the Nickelodeon shows, and then Minions, and I guess now it's Jimmy Fallon.
And how does this relate to Sonic Mania?
Because Jesse brought up Universal, so shut the fuck up, Alex.
This stage reminds me of the Jimmy Fallon ride at Universal.
Little Easter egg. If you look at like all the letters on like that little like movie, like I forget what those things are actually called, but like, you know, the things where they're doing takes in a movie and like they clack them. If you
The
look at the
clapperboard.
letters there, it says Sega and it has the initials for Christian Whitehead, Pagoda West, and Headcanon.
That's cool.
I love the sense of speed these levels have.
This stage is full of little Easter eggs. Like we had those panel things earlier, and you can find one of them in the stage that spells out Genesis does.
What Nintendo don't, bitch.
Well, they can't say that anymore.
Well, yeah,
because-
because this
well,
is not a
obviously.
Nintendo console.
Well, not
Nintendo-
even that.
Well, guess what? Guess what? Sega does what Nintendo don't. Has Nintendo done a 2D Mario game on consoles that's like this? No. So there you go. Well, in years
they
at
did
least.
they did Super Mario Maker.
I was just gonna say.
That does not count. It's not like a brand new game
Well, I
with original
also,
content.
I mean they can't do
It's a
that.
Mario Maker, literally.
Speaking of Easter eggs in this stage,
Let Chris talk.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. When I said they can't do that, Alex, it more so meant in the way of they kind of lost that little console war.
I'm talking about this game, not that.
Well,
I'm not talking about the console games. No. I just meant like Sonic Mania. Like Sega did what Nintendo. Well, you know what I mean. Nintendo
Well,
hasn't made a 2D Mario game in this kind of way yet. Besides Mario Maker, which doesn't really technically count because it's a Mario Maker, not a brand new Mario game. It
Final
doesn't
question.
feel like Super Mario like Bros 5 per se. You know what I mean?
I mean, technically the DS one.
It's a console, you dingus.
Also, Mario
Not
Maker. Mario Maker's full of shit levels. Please flame my house. Anyway,
It is full of
Final
a lot
question.
of levels. Not gonna lie.
Final question here. was it Studiopolis? I do remember seeing a "Welcome to the Next Level" reference.
Yes.
Okay. Thank
yeah,
you.
again, the flipping letter panels, one of them also does "Welcome to the Next Level."
Yeah.
And-
The edition says on the box too.
Yeah.
And we
love it.
spoke too much to miss the best reference in the game.
Yeah. Buzz.
You know, I didn't laugh at that at first because I didn't know that was what it was referencing. I was just laughing
Oh.
at hearing that tone in the background throughout the friggin' results screen music.
I swear I was the first one out of everyone at Rage Quit to notice that buzz. Like, when I beat the boss and heard that, I was like, you guys,
I
you
didn't.
just had to
But
throw
then
it in.
again, considering how bad that live stream was, forgive me for wanting to not remember it.